welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. How's everybody doing? Hope you've had a wonderful day. Mine's been a little iffy. Got a little crocheting done. Working on those projects real hard. And I had to do a whole bunch of cleaning, so there was the adulting end of things. And I haven't been feeling that great. I think it's from the heat. A little nauseated here and there, headaches. I've got a massive headache right now. But thank you for joining me. Let's have a little chat. Hey, so I'm gonna put some lotion on after I washed all that mud mask off. Peach flavor. My hands are pretty dried out, and I've got to turn on my diffuser before I go to bed tonight. Feeling a little dry, very thirsty. I did 2 hours of cleaning. Just dusted in my room, remade my bed, because my sheets unfortunately love to come off my bed. I can't seem to find a set that stay on, and I know you can get those things that go underneath. They just don't work on mine. I've got an extra thick pillow top thing on the top, and it's king size. It's the whole thing, and I don't want to. Anyway. So every couple days I have to tear the whole thing down and put it back up, especially with my daughter going up and down off the bed. She sometimes takes her stepping stool out of here and has to drag herself up by pulling on the sheets, so whatever. It's a good opportunity to spray it down and with my vinegar spray, so it keeps it smelling nice and helps my room stay fresh. Especially with all my yarn and other materials in here, I have to be careful with the amount of dust collecting, because those are all dust collectors, right? Anyway, right now it's not as bad as it could be because all the yarn is in their plastic and the rest of it is in plastic totes with lids. And I'm just trying to be proactive that I don't have to lose anything due to bugs. Yeah. Anyway, today is also an extremely smoky day. My eyes are watering right now. It is brownish, soupy color outside all day, and hotter than hot. There's a bunch of fires all around us. They're working on them, but they just keep cropping up, and I keep thinking about what went down in Hawaii, and that's just absolutely mind-boggling. And they're saying that it was possibly because of negligence on the end of the power company. That's some line wasn't kept up on, and it ended up sparking somewhere along the line. And I don't know, I'm not getting a lot of news right now. I have to go searching for my news now, and I'm kind of lazy, I'll admit it. In Canada, we're not getting news on our Facebook and stuff, and I used to be able to get a lot of, at least headlines from all over the place of different things, like things going on in this city, this part of the world, or in England, and we're not allowed anymore in Canada. I'm not even sure why, don't ask me. I'd have to look it up, and again, I'm too lazy, it's not yarn. I know it's important stuff, and I know it's not going to last forever, I hope. Anyway, so I'm doing this set a little differently. So these are my done ones. They got the gorgeous black on there. Really makes a difference. Like it's framing them. And I'm really liking them, actually. I thought I'd like them, but I didn't realize how much I'd like them. So what I've done So I did up the rest of the flowers. And I don't normally make granny squares like that. It's usually the whole thing one and done. But I decided to do it a little differently. So I still have to do the black. It's just really cute. So I have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get through because I only did the one this evening. And the thing I worked on the most was my dress. I really was feeling the just mindless crochet this morning when I was feeling a little stomachy. So I'm going to pause and I'm going to take you to another location in my room to show how big it is because it's easier if I go for a walk. So let's go for a walk. Okay, we're back and this is our new location. Over here right beside my bathroom. You can see my original one down here. That's my original one on the bottom. And this is my new one. So I'm getting quite close here. I am seeing a huge difference in the amount of pink that is left over. I'm just gonna make sure that the difference in what I have left to what I have left there. So I thought they were about the same size. I can easily figure it out from there, but once I get them to this size for both, I'm going to put them together and I'm so excited. And I still have to figure out how I want to do the top of it, but it's well on its way. I'm back. So I'm really getting close to the edge, and like I said, this is a pretty big amount left. I mean, it is from 1 3/4 of 2 1 3/4 cakes, 1 3/4 cakes that I have mixed and matched together. I spliced them together, sort of surgery style, and basically it is what it is. There's not much I can do about the color changing now. I don't really want to. I kind of think it's going to be really pretty, even if it isn't perfect. And usually I'm a very symmetrical kind of person. I like my symmetries. Oh, sorry. See, you noticed my compression gloves. I believe we got them for $12 something off Amazon. And these babies are a godsend. I absolutely love them. I was going through a lot of arthritis issues. Sorry, my microphone is traveling and I just pinched myself. Ow. Probably because the shirt has decided I started working out and now I'm seeing things working in spots, and now my shirt is falling off of me a lot more than it was originally, so now I'm going to have to stitch it up a little bit more on the sides and at the top. I figured that would be the case, and that's why I made it the way I made it, because I wanted it to be able to, if by chance I started losing weight, I'd be able to still accommodate. And here I am trying to see my crochet without my glasses. I am doing well. Like I said, I haven't been feeling that great today. And tomorrow is supposed to be another fantastic day, heat-wise. Alright. So, I see everybody using like the fish hook ones. All the big YouTubers. I'm not a big YouTuber. I do this mostly to keep touch with the person I want to be or am when I'm not being just mom, because that's a big problem with being a mom. You can really get lost in the identity of just being mom. And so I'm not worried about too much about whether or not I'm getting popular. I love that there are people out there that are enjoying my videos. I'm having a lot of fun making them. I'm up anyways, and it's just something for me to do, I guess. Something for me to do. Anyways, I can move my face here. Yeah, this pack, these rainbow ones, I just find them very easy to work with. I haven't tried the metal ones, but I know me. I would probably end up running into just a massive issue with it, where I would end up having it rust on me. I know it. I just know it. I may at some point try it out. I think I've got pretty much everything I need to actually make my own, and lots of my own charms for my jewelry, which I have in large excess of it, and my semi-precious stones. Still looking for a decent priced Dremel, 2 bore holes, and a couple of my... I have this huge bag of lapis lazuli, and they're smaller pieces. They're real, and I can't really do much with them unless I glue them, and I don't want to glue them. I already feel kind of torn on drilling little tiny holes in them just so I can string them on whatever. Like, I would definitely put them on stitch counters for sure, or stitch markers for sure. They'd be really pretty with their beautiful black and silver veins in the dark midnight blue, because lapis is absolutely amazing, especially when you get some of the really nice pieces. Another one of my passions. I absolutely love semi-precious stones. I do not like diamonds, which kind of upsets a few people I've met. They feel that there must be something wrong with me, and no, I'm not doing the whole I'm not like other girls. I actually just really love earth science. I like looking at rocks. I also think paleontology and archaeology are super interesting. Basically, I like to dig in dirt as often as possible. Which reminds me, I gotta water some plants before I go to bed. Just remembered my beautiful African violet. I'm probably gonna have to move that one into my bedroom here sooner than I thought. It's getting burnt in my windowsill, and my windowsill doesn't get direct sun except for a tiny bit in the morning. Like, I'm talking 25 minutes tops, so I'm gonna have to move her, and all my plants are gonna have to come in here, so there possibly will be plants in the scene. I've only got 3 indoor plants. We have peppers and tomatoes growing on our patio, and I think echinacea flowers. My husband was just given some plants, and he just planted them all, and we go from there. Because we don't ever have a lot of luck with things like tomatoes coming full term, ripening. Wow. Yeah. I don't think I'm making a very long video tonight. I'm just listing off chores for myself I need to do. And that's what I mean by you lose your identity when you become a mom, because your whole life is about what you need to do. And that's not always a bad thing. But yeah, did some freshening up today. Kind of paying for it. I can feel my arms shaking a little. And it's not like crazy hot in here or anything. It's that you can still feel it like pushing on the windows and the walls and whatnot. It's pretty oppressive. Trying to keep myself relaxed. Finished off a book today, started another one. Started a new series. This young fellow, it's another Korean one that I've been meaning to watch. It's a young fellow. Okay, I started 2, but there's only one I've watched more than one of. I started 1 where this guy, it's a Korean drama, he can touch the dead and find out information. He's psychometric or something along those lines. It was pretty dark. They were trying to lighten it up here and there. And he's in the morgue touching bodies, and the next thing you know, he's about to be expelled from his school, his high school. Like, it was kind of all over the place. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with that one. That one didn't really grab me as much as the other one. The other one is a college student, and he fights ghosts. Like, physically fights them, punches them, guys, girls, doesn't matter. He fights them. And sometimes he wins, and sometimes he gets his butt kicked by little tiny Korean girls, and it's pretty funny. So that one has a mix of like scary ghosts, and then you have lots and lots of comedy, and it looks like it has a little bit of a romantic edge to it that's kind of awkward considering the girl is a ghost. But I've noticed a couple telltale signs of, like, she's not pale like the other girl ghost that she's friends with, who is boy crazy and is always touching guys. Just, it's actually super fun. She's like, I love you, and they're like going like this, like they feel something. It's just funny. Anyways, the romantic lead, the girl, she has the pallor, or sorry, the one that is actually dead. She is white, like chalky white, like her skin is so super white, and she's wearing a white dress, and she has bright ruby lips, but she is super, super pale, and the girl that he is hanging out with, the ghost, is sort of tanned. She looks like she's okay, so I have a feeling that at the end of the season, it's going to turn out that she is not dead. She's in a coma. And she doesn't know what happened to her. She doesn't know who she is or where she came from. And I think she's laying out in a coma. And she's going to end up waking up and they're going to hang out. So that's my big prediction. Just from a couple little hints like that, where I just have this feeling this girl that he's got a crush on is just not the girl for him. But there's something weird going on with this handsome professor vet. I don't know. It's just, and then you got this random to you and I, but well known to the main character, and he's a monk that used to be able to see ghosts, and now he can't really because he eats too many sausages, like hot dogs. He really likes like smoky hot dogs, the bigger, thicker ones, and because he eats them, he can't see the ghosts anymore. Like, I would have totally understood if it was alcohol, right? But sausage. So it's a little bit oddball, but it's quite interesting. It is subtitled, so again, I have to kind of watch it. And like I said, I ended one book, and for the life of me, I can see the cover of it. I can't think of the name of it or the name of the author. I'll have to look at it. It was another murder mystery. I would really like my cozy mysteries, and then you throw in a witch or a werewolf or something in the mix, and it's even better. I believe, yeah, that one had a witch who had her powers taken away, and her high school rival was a real estate agent, and they were supposed to meet in the main character's, the protagonist, and her Hers bookstore. Fantastic, right? Own your own bookstore. That's a real hard toss up for me. Would I want a bookstore or a yarn store? Or would I want a mixed store? That'd be fun too. Anyway, so she goes to go meet her long-term rival, the only real estate agent in town, and get the keys for her new place that she bought stock and barrel and all ready to go from the old people that used to own it. And they've moved to Florida for a year. And they just want someone to buy it. They're happy as she's buying it. But anyways, she walks in, opens the door, and boom, biggity boom. Her rival is dead on the floor. And then it just takes off from there. Then you got werewolves, you got necromancy, you've got they make her have a cat who is to spy on her. An adorable orange cat, which is fantastic. His name's Archie. That I remember. Her grandma. Yeah. Let's just say her grandmother has a very active love life and is very flamboyant. So she's a fantastic character. Getting everybody drunk at a party by spiking the punch over and over. Like crazy spiking the punch. So while I was cleaning up, that was nice to listen to, you know. You gotta clean 2 bathrooms and scrub the toilets and wash all around them and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes I like music and sometimes I like a good book. That was the one thing I liked about being a janitor for 5 years was, one, completely up to me how I got it done. It was just like, this is your task, do it however you like, whatever order you want, just make sure it gets done in this time period. So I could easily split the floor, do this or that, because it was a big office building. And I had my own floor to do, so that was like 9 bathrooms and 350 garbages, 2 kitchens, 3 showers. And then the boardrooms, I think there was 6 boardrooms that I had to do. And I had to vacuum them. I had to make sure that the alarms didn't go off. Yeah, it was just the whole thing. But it was really nice because I could just walk around with my headphones on and I could listen to music or just listen to a book. I got a lot of extra reading done without actually having to commit to that time. Anyways. I think it's time for me to put aside this. I'm feeling this in my bicep right now and I'm not quite sure why. Maybe it's just the way I'm sitting. Or maybe I just need to have a little break. I did lift some weights last night, so I was very gentle. Worked on my wrists. Gave myself lots. Good stretching. Don't ever forget to stretch. And always, great piece of advice, don't push yourself. Like right now, I want to keep on crocheting. I want to keep going, but I'm feeling not a strain, not really a pain, but I feel a twinge. And I feel it starts in my bicep up here and it goes down my arm along in here, and I can feel it more in this part of my thumb. But it's not up here, it's not there, it's not in the bones, it's actually the muscle. For me, it's the muscles. Like I feel like that's something, I'm not quite sure why. It's not even my dominant hand, right? It's my other hand. But do your stretching. Keep on going. And stop if you have to and come back to it in a little bit. Like I can probably start doing this in about a half hour, 45 minutes. I could probably get another hour out of myself. And it's just take the time to stretch, just like anything that's physical. Stretch, take a breath, don't forget to drink your water. Thanks for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Box. Have a great rest of your day, rest of your night, or whenever you're watching this. Thanks again for being here.